am deeply honored to have been asked to speak today as a representative of the International Rescue Committee. And on behalf of IRC President George Rump and the Board of Directors and all the staff from Tucson, Arizona to Juba, I thank you for this opportunity to celebrate the independence of South Sudan with you. The IRC has been in the region of southern Sudan for more than 20 years, providing emergency relief and reconstruction during times of violence, and providing programs that focus on health care, education, rights and reintegration, and ways to reduce violence towards women. Our motto is from farm to home. For those of us in Tucson who have helped refugees from Sudan, home is Tucson. And we're glad that you've been able to make Tucson your home. But we also have a saying here in the United States that home is where the heart is. And so for all of you from Sudan, from South Sudan in particular, this new country is home too. And the trouble is that while we may have 2 or 3 homes in our heart, we can only be in one at a time. And so it is a wonderful thing to be able to celebrate the independence of home, South Sudan, here at home in Tucson, Arizona. And we are celebrating the birth of the world's newest country. We've heard that a few times tonight, and it is a big thing. It's a great thing. But this new country was born into deep poverty and distress, where much of the region's economic and social infrastructure has been left in ruins, a region where one of Africa's longest running wars claimed more than 2 million lives over decades of civil war and neglect. It is as if everything that could sustain this country has been torn away, and it has to start all over again. Now that should sound familiar to some of you. Everything torn away, have to start all over again. Doesn't that describe refugees? Doesn't that sound like all of these people from Sudan here today who lost everything but their lives and who had to start all over again? Not just once, but several times, including arriving in Tucson with nothing but hope. Refugees know what it takes to have lost everything but their lives. They know how strange it can be to find freedom, and then learn that freedom alone doesn't sustain life, and that it is still a long, difficult journey to self-sufficiency and self-reliance. Here in Tucson, refugees discover that the IRC and other resettlement agencies and the kind people of Tucson can only provide opportunities. Opportunities that people of courage and determination, refugees, can take and make something for themselves. South Sudan faces a similar difficult journey now that independence has been won. South Sudan's journey will be long and difficult, but if this new country has the courage and determination of refugees and support from the international community, then we can all be certain of its success. Long live the nation of South Sudan, and long live the people of South Sudan, no matter where they live. And if I can take just one moment to make an announcement, we are pleased that PBS is here tonight, and they are filming, and so it would be important if you don't want to be filmed, to make sure that the folks over here in the corner know that, okay? Thank you.
Listen, guys. Jamani, tizama katika nako. Nitakumbele. Tizama katika mada yako. Ndio mada yako jiwa na msibara. Okay? Thank you. Our next speaker is a representative from Abia area, Mary Majar. I was told he wasn't here. So, we'd like to welcome Mr. Tucson. Tucson, you have 2 minutes. Thank you.
here. I want to say, all of us, anybody from South Sudan, you know what is going on for Abia community in the United States, and you know what is going on in back home to Abia area. Abia area is belong to South Sudan. Abia is no belong to North Sudan. If you see the people fall from Abia, the people fall from Syria, and you see me, we different from these people. I'm from South Sudan. I'm from Sscata tribe, and these people, Syria is not from Abia. Another rule, Abia, كلكم عارفين حاصل شنو. الزول لما نكون له هو بدور يطلع من الزول الضعيف طبعا. ده كان أنا أقول ده كان الإخوة الشماليين ده كان، لكن هسه ما فيش ضوء بالنسبة لنا في ساوث السودان. احنا بقينا دولة مبروك علينا كلنا عارفين. before احنا بنشوف الفلاج بتاع يونايتد ستيتس لما كنا البرنامج بتاع اريزونا، لكن right now عندنا فلاج for Republic and South Sudan. كلنا عارفين بقينا دولة. فأنا داير أقول حاجة قصيرة شديدة. الإخوة في توسان وكلنا سودانيين في أريزونا كله في يونايتد ستيتس نجيب وقفة واحدة زي ما شفتوا سبا كير ميارد قال أبيعي ده ساوث السودان، وأبيعي برجع يوم من الأيام وما أعرف الليلة ولا بكرة ولا بعد بكرة، لكن أبيعي هيرجع. أبيعي كان متابع لحد الآن ببرغدان، ولما انضافوا أبيعي إداريا 1905 لكردفان. كلنا انتم عارفين حتى ساوث السودان كلنا احنا كنا في الاداره بتاع شمال، لكن احنا قصرنا المشوار وشلنا السلاح وربنا ادانا حقنا. ده ما هديه، ده جهاد. وانا بقول الشهيد يترجون لنا نوبيور والشهداء بتاعه ربنا يديم الصحة يحط بيمينه ونستقبل ان شاء الله بربنا نحن من الله. وشكرا لكم، وربنا يخلينا ويرجعنا بلدنا كلنا وابناء بتاعنا نعلمهم اللغة بتاعنا. شكرا.
Thank you. I'm going to call upon Mr. Jackson. He's going to represent the Brunei. Jackson Pila, if you are in the building, please come forward.
Okay, before I start, I'm going to say thank you very much for this opportunity. So I'm going to speak on behalf of the Blue Nile community in Arizona, and then maybe from here to back home. So right now, for the Southern Sudanese, they got their independence. So getting the independence is one thing. What are you going to do to keep it is another thing. So if you all don't work together, to keep that independence, you're going to be the same like, the whole Sudan that we all in. So in case of Blue Nile, so it's a little bit tricky because in 1953, before the independence, our community used to be part of the Upper Nile. So there's three kingdoms. So the kingdom, one is Maban Kingdom, which is representative of the county of Bui, and then the Koma Kingdom, so somewhere in the border between Upper Nile and Ethiopia. So, and then our kingdom got taken back in 53, just right before the independence of Sudan from the British. So we got taken back to the north. And now, so we are part of the north, and then now the north they don't accept us. So we are working very hard day and night to try, if it's possible down the road, maybe to get our independence from the north. So maybe one day we can go back to the south and then join our homeland. All I can ask from the people from southern Tucson, which is the Noble Mountains, Darfur, and a little bit of our bed, we have the same issue. So if you all work together out there, we can take our part and then take it back to the north, to the south, and then let the north do what they want to do, because Sudan is the land of black, so it's not the land of the Arab. So therefore, there's no need for them to like transfer people and put them where they don't belong. And then a little bit of history. In 1955, when Anyanya One broke down, so we have a guy named Sscata. So he was an officer and a colleague of John Garang. So when they went to Ethiopia, so they got observed to the emperor. He had a chance to stay in the north, but he refused, because he said, why would I stay in the north when my brother, they're going to go to the south, so I have to go. And then he stayed there until he died. So when the 83 one started again, so we went right, that one we did not have no choice. It is a must, we have to go, because they declared jihad against the infidel. So if you are not part of what they want you to be, then our houses, churches are burned down. So everybody has to run. So I was 7 then. So my dad, instead of he would have left me. Okay,